Hello, everyone. I am so glad to see you once again. Here we are. Let me see who's on already. We just have our moderators. Thank you for joining, moderators, and Tracy, Daryl, all the usual suspects. Let's see. Dogs are great. No kidding. No kidding. Dogs are great. Where are you? Dogs are great. Where are you located? I completely agree with you. My new friend Zach has a wonderful dog. Jackie is here from Connecticut. Welcome. Daryl, how's your wrist? Daryl sustained an injury and he's going to be struggling to get his garden in this year. Can you imagine? Wow. The weather is, this is the first beautiful day all day. Gorgeous. I mean, I actually didn't analyze the sky, but it's bright sun. And, but it's been cold and I got a chill and I have not recovered from that chill. I had my plumber / electrician here today. Well, I'll have some more to reveal about the cistern leak, hopefully tomorrow, but he's going to try a different approach. So I'll go into detail about that in a video, hopefully. Sorry, I didn't get a video up today. I was involved with him for a while and it just didn't happen. All of a sudden it's like 1 o'clock and I'm going, it's too late to, to upload a video today. Jamela is here from Trinidad and Tobago. Okay. Did you get that product that I recommended? I hope you did. And if you do, you need to tell me so I can give you some pointers. Let's see. Jenny is here. She's got 31 chicks. You're not close to me, are you? I mean, everybody just says, man, you better get this whole avian flu thing. You better get your chickens because I mean, every time I turn on YouTube and I think I start feeling like, that's why I posted that. Is it enough today? You know, I keep thinking, okay, I've done a lot, you know, I've got a lot in place. I've stocked up, but, and then I look on YouTube and I'm going, oh my God, I forget who, you know, I see so many recommendations on the side. And one person is saying, take that ground beef out of the freezer and can it. And I'm going, oh, you gotta be kidding. I can't even get the garden going. So I need help. Let's see. Paula is here from Massachusetts. Carolyn is here from, and Jenny's Southeast Ohio. That's a little too far to bring me some chicks. Maddie is here from Iceland. Yay, it's so good to hear from our out-of-country friends because the world is in such crisis. You know, people that have been following me for a long time from other countries, like Jamila and Maddie, I'm always so happy to hear, and Betty and Ottawa and other places in Canada. I'm always so glad to hear of those people. I used to have more. I had a kid from South Africa and one from, what's that country over there by Finland? Norway, Bergen, Norway. And I occasionally see his posts I don't look at Instagram too much anymore. You might have noticed. I used to be very active on Instagram and I just, there's Tiger. So I thought, well, you know, it's going to be 6 o'clock. So I'll see. I've had to change my routine with the kitties because they're bringing a dead animal into the garage every day. Last night, it was kind of dark. I was closing up and they were eating and I walked by them and I stepped on something and I go, what was that? And I looked down, you don't want to know. Well, it was a frog. And I don't want them to kill frogs, but they killed a frog. And it was there. And I'm just going, every time they kill something, they run to the garage because they either want to eat it in peace and quiet, or they want to show me, or I don't know. So I just said, okay, when it's been really cold, it was really cold this morning. So I waited till like about 9 o'clock till it warmed up a little, and I let them out. I said, you're out for the day. I put the water bowl outside. And so I just called them in, and 3 came running, and Tiger was lagging. She's always lagging behind. Maybe because she's like twice as heavy as the other 3. And the other 2, she and Spot are about the same. Sue is here from Virginia. Linda is here from New Hampshire. Countdown, just 3.5 weeks to go, and I can plant outside. Fantastic. We may be, somebody was writing me today and saying, hey, don't forget about blackberry winter and strawberry winter. And if I don't happen to remember who says what to me, I'm sorry. It's a lot of comments. And but I do read the comments, and I'm going, yeah. Daryl was just warning about that the other day to me, that, you take things out too soon, and then you get a late season frost, and boom. So it's going to be 30 degrees tonight. So I just left what is out there. I left covered. And then I've got stuff inside. But of course, when you have pots inside, the kitties think, hey, why do I have to use the litter box when I can jump up on top of that rack and perilously balance over that 8-inch pot and do my business it's beyond my comprehension why they would choose something so difficult to get to when they can just use the Taj Mahal version of the litter box. But anyway, Connie is here from Los Angeles, of course. Oh gosh, Jennifer's making me crazy. She's eating fried chicken. Do you know that I have been back? I can safely say I have been back in Tennessee, living in Tennessee for, let's see, this is April. So this is, April's my 15th month, and I have not had fried chicken. Isn't that crazy? That's just crazy. That's just like un-American. But I haven't. I wanted to mention that I went down to my hometown because my a high school friend who went to the same college joined my sorority. Well, I just happened to be there a little bit first, but she joined the sorority. So we've been connected because of the sorority. We have a really tight group, and we've been connected. We all got together, believe it or not, right before the lockdown. It was February 28th, and we got to, I think it was the 28th. You can check any Tennesseans who joined can check my numbers, but it was the 2 nights before the bad tornado that hit Nashville. And I'll just mention this because I know we're not supposed to talk about supplements and things that make you healthy, but we were all gathered, and there was one of our sorority sisters had become a doctor, and there was all this talk about this virus coming from China and all this, and I just said to her, what is the one, if you were just to add one supplement to your daily regimen, what would it be? And she said, zinc. Isn't that interesting? That's all that's been talked about ever since. And I went when I got a supply of zinc, back then before the virus ever got here, and I've been taking it ever since. Anyway, yeah. My friend, her mother passed away in her 90s. Great life. Oh my gosh. Husband passed away when they were 35. She had 3 young children, 4, 8, and 12, I think, and a farm to manage. And she went back to school got her teaching degree and taught until, I don't even know, she might have been 80 when she quit. She's so healthy, this so healthy woman. Anyway, we went to the funeral, and I thought, let's go over to the cafe where we used to get, it was a meat and three sides. They call that a meat and three sides in the South, where you go in and you pick between turkey breast, or, turkey and dressing, or fried chicken, or pork barbecue. Those were the three usual meats. And then you had a selection of vegetables, So let's go over for old time's sake. And they're going, that's gone. It's just like a coffee place now with croissants. I was starving. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, no fried chicken for me. I digress. Let's see. Let's see. Ranja is here. We could get in trouble, Ranja. Yeah, you get too deep into all that and you get a strike on your channel. I wouldn't want that. So, and yes, and Daryl points out what I'm just saying. America is supposed to be a free speech zone. It's true, but it isn't anymore. Krista is here from Australia. Where is it raining? It must be raining in Australia, which you must be happy. Let's see. Elon is not trying to get Instagram. He's trying to get Twitter, John, but I don't know. I really don't know what's behind all that. That's pretty interesting, that whole thing. Did I say hi to Susan from AZ? Let's see. I think I didn't. But Linda is chomping at the bits to get started planting. Oh, I know, Jackie, I know. But there was never any, I could give them to someone else who kept them indoors, but you can see they love being outdoors. So I think, I don't know, their mother was feral, and her mother was feral. And so they just, I think Spot could become a couch potato easily if somebody wanted to provide Spot a good home, and he just wants to lay around and be petted. So he'd be fine being an indoor cat, but the others would be tearing down the walls. Yes, Connie, absolutely. Okay, where are we? Well, Connie, it's interesting. Going out to dinner, I've been out to dinner once in the town, in the area where I live, and it was overpriced, and the service was slow, and the food wasn't that great. So I thought, okay, and that's supposed to be the best place here. So I'm going, And so I went, about 15, 20 miles away, went to this one place that's very, very popular. And both times it gave me an upset stomach. And I'm going, well, I guess I just have to eat at home. So, and then I used to, because, when I first got here, I wasn't cooking at all. And remember when Tommy was doing the beautiful job on my fireplace? And you can't really see it that well. If anywhere, I could turn the light on, but then you could see all this stacks of paper back here. The whole tax situation. See, I can't even say it. It's so it's hard to get it out of my mouth. The whole tax situation. I have paid the money. You have to pay the money whether you file the papers or not. So an extension has been filed. And so I just have to sort of I'm just going to leave all that there until the accountant says, okay, we're done. So, but anyway, when Tommy was here and everything was covered in sheets and plastic and everything, and he was there was dust and, he was doing mortar and stone. And I would just eat out a lot. I would eat out a lot. So at least once a week, I would go to the barbecue place over in 15, 20 miles. And almost every time I flew in from California to go see my mother, I would come into B&A in the Southwest Terminal. There was a Whit's barbecue, WHITTS barbecue. And they would have live music or take out, you could sit in, listen to music, have a drink, or you could take out. I would always take out, go get my rental car and start driving. And so I was kind of fond of Whit's, but I started eating it like once a week, and it started like bothering me. So I don't know. I just have to be careful. I have to be careful. Let's see. I know, Linda, that's just it, Susie Heron is here. We are stocked up. Uh-huh. Excellent. Uh-huh. Where are you, Susie? Because I don't remember where you are. But I'm glad to hear that you are situated. Second little wooden raised bed kit from Walmart. It fit in. Linda is saying she bought a raised bed kit from Walmart, a wooden one. Yeah. What kind of wood is it? Is it like I bet I'm sure it's not cedar, but I bet, or I'm sure it's not redwood, but it's probably that. What's the other one that has a lot more long life? I'm trying to think. It's a lighter color wood. But anyway, that's probably what it is. But that reminds me, I used to be so active on Facebook. And when all of this stuff started happening with Facebook, I'm just going, I don't really want to be a part of that virtual thing. And so I just stopped, I post my things there because I know a lot of people are still, connecting with friends. And I want, people to know that I've uploaded a video, but I don't look at it that much anymore. But, they will send you announcements that, oh, you did this on such and such day. And I posted this picture. This was in 2012. And it was like, you posted this 10 years ago. And it was a picture. I was sitting in the driver's seat of my previous Prius. And you could see like half of this board. And it went to the windshield, and it said, it's good to know I can get a 10-foot board 2x6, 10-foot 2x6 in my Prius. You wouldn't think you could get a 10-foot board in your Prius, but I used to. I used to pack that thing to the gills. Rose is here. Let's see. Ranja says, I know, Ranja. I know. Our whole world has changed. There's no other way to put it. Tracy is here from Southwest Minnesota. Must still be cold up there. Gosh, I saw like a month ago how cold it was up there. I get some notifications from a Facebook from the place where I order my grass-fed beef, which is the company my son works for, which is Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed. And oh man, and the owner of the farm was out. He had this big thing, and it looked so cold. You're in Krista is in autumn. That's wonderful. Rutherford, good question. We used to know. Leslie Vital. I don't know if I can eat fried food anymore. My stomach is very particular. In fact, it messed up today. So I was going, oops, I've got a live stream. So anyway, Well, John, you are not missing anything on Twitter. I can tell you that right now. My goodness gracious. Wow. I glanced at that today and it's just incredible. I know, Connie, and I mean, I hate to say it, Connie, but you and I are a little spoiled because, I'm not sure there are too many places that have better food than what we have in California. And, there's certainly no store like Airwine out here, I mean, that place must cost a fortune. I won't tell you what that one basket, it was packed to the gills and there were some big ticket items in there, but I won't tell you what that cost because it broke the record. And I knew I was breaking the record because prices have gone up. But even I was shocked and I didn't study. I'm not good about that stuff. I didn't study the receipt to just see how much things were. But I guess it's everything is just, well, what do they say? I keep watching Patera's videos and she had a video saying 8.5% inflation. It's much, prices are much higher than that. Now, I haven't done the Dollar General haul. How many people have done the Dollar General haul and gotten those kinds of basics? Probably need to do that. But it's great, Linda, that you're got a raised bed and you're getting it put together. And Dawn is here. And where are you, Dawn? Remind me. Susie is in Missouri. Fantastic. That's the only other state I considered moving to when I left California. Okay. Cedar? All right. I know, Susie. I felt like if I had gotten out and could have gotten doing some work outside, it just always improves my mood. Let's see. Linda is talking about the Walmart very easily assembled raised bed kits. And did you say what size they were? 20. Tracy said 20 degrees today. Where are you, Tracy? Actually, Susan, I don't know what a Birdie's bed and a Vigo bed is. I know Vigo is that brand that they make all kinds of stuff, but I can't picture what that actually is. Krista, I'm just like shaking my head. Verge Low, let's see, from Iowa. It's impossible to get enough cat food. Verge is talking about, is that maybe stands for Virginia, is talking about cat food. And every time I think, okay, I've got 3 months worth of cat food, I turn around a week later, I'm going, and I'm careful. They would suck down 3 cans of wet cat food a day if I let them, but I just don't, because I'm buying good quality. I don't want to buy the cheap stuff because I know the kind of health problems cats can get. I've had a number of cats before I wised up about this. Now Lyndon is 17, and that's a testament. She only ate raw food for 17 years, but it was very expensive, but I had 1 cat. And they're getting raw food. In fact, Patch came in with it. Patch keeps her figure by she catches. Today she came in with a big gray mouse in her mouth. She was heading for the garage, but the door was closed. And so I was talking to the man that was here, and then I see that BJ now has the mouse, and BJ is eating it. So I don't know how. I didn't notice the trade-off there. But anyway, Rose is let's see. Jennifer says, I know what you can pack in a Prius. I loved my Prius, the iteration, or the Prius only changes like every so many years. And I like the one before this one for getting the most packed in there, because they changed the back so that when you, let's see, when you put the seats down in my last Prius, which I had for 10 years, when you put the seats down, it was flat all the way to the driver's and passenger side seat. But now you put it down, and it's like it's like a little bit lower, and then there's a thing and it goes up, and they mess that up. It's great to just have that straight through, so you can just put whole big things in. But I've thought about getting rid of it, but I can't afford to. Let's see. Thank you. Patricia's asking everyone to hit the thumbs up. If you could just take a moment, especially if you're mobile. Most people do watch on mobile. You may think, well, how do I click the thumbs up button? You just click off the live chat for a second, and then you'll see the thumb, and then you can get right back on the live chat. You don't have to get off of the live stream, just the live chat window. There you go. Oh, 90 of you are here. Thank you so much. And let's turn that 51 into 90, and that way, before we wind up getting off, YouTube will actually start sharing this to other people, and we can spread the word about getting stocked up. Yeah, the popcorn, people didn't appreciate me chomping on the popcorn. I won't do that again. Yeah, Connie, very, very spoiled. It's just not the same. And I do look at next door, and people are always saying, hey, where's a good steakhouse and this thing and that thing. But I just rather eat here and then know what my system's going to do, So anyway, it would be different if there were two of us here, but there's not. So let's see, too small to order commercial. Yeah, I want to talk about the ag agent coming yesterday. Let's see. Let me just see if I can. So we've got some popcorn eaters. Good deal. Glad I started something. You guys can eat it. I'll be thinking of you. I couldn't eat it today anyway. My stomach wouldn't handle it. Oh, Rose. Oh, you're talking about your CRV. I was going to rave about my previous Prius. I loved that car. I mean, I like this car too. Don't get me wrong. But Tiffany is here from the Farmhouse Lady. Good afternoon from Alabama. Are you new here, Tiffany? I'm not sure if I recognize your name. Dawn, South Carolina, 8A. So it's warmer there. Have you already passed your last frost date? You must have. Dawn. Well, I wouldn't wait, Jenny. I would hit the Dollar General soon, because, I mean, I saw a picture yesterday of all of this was mind-blowing. Well, there's so much mind-blowing stuff. This is just one little picture, okay? But this picture was of all of the maritime ships, cargo ships, trying to get into Shanghai. And of course, Shanghai is complete insanity. So they're not letting anybody in, and there were just little red dots for all. I mean, I have never seen. It was 10 times, 50 times what it was in the Port of Los Angeles back when it was at its worst. And I thought that was mind blowing, but this was absolutely mind blowing. And so all of that cargo is just going to be floating on the ocean. It's not going to get into stores. So now that is not fresh food so much, but it's staples, like dried stuff. And of course, with the war in, where, the grain, that was like the that is the bread basket of Europe. So that's all stopped. So yeah, stock up while you can. Good, Gina. That's wonderful. The only thing about buying asparagus crowns is bare roots is like you're looking at 3 years, and for people with short attention spans, kind of like me, I'm going, oh golly. I know, Jenny. Patera has a wildly loyal fan base. I want a fan base like that. I mean, my people are loyal, but she has, 4 times as many, 10 times as many. Crafty is here from Florida. My potatoes, the potatoes in the mound, if you remember that video. And I just posted a picture yesterday of covering that because Patricia texted me at 6 p.m. and said, I just went out and covered up my potatoes and strawberries. And I'm going, oh. I texted her back. I said, oh, do I have to go out and do that? I mean, it's only going to get down to 39. She said, well, we had a frost advisory. So I don't know if it got down to 32, to tell you the truth. But it was definitely 35 because it was 30. No, it's 34. It was 34 when I got up this morning. So I'm so glad I went out and covered it up, but I was surprised, and I can't wait to show you how great. Remember, we just sort of did that. Those were literally, they weren't seed potatoes. They were leftover organic potatoes from the store, which I hadn't eaten, and they had gotten eyes on them. And what were there? There were about 2.5, let's see, there were maybe 30 or 40 potatoes that I put out there. And those plants look so healthy. So I'm excited. I mean, I hate to get my hopes up. I have so many fails, but they looked really good. And so I was glad that I went out there, and I used frost blankets. She used hay. I mean straw. I didn't have straw, but I had these frost blankets laying around. And so that went right on there. Tracy's from Minnesota as well. Okay, great. Thank you, Crafty's asking for these. We still got 30 more to go to even out. Let's see. Yes, I'm looking forward to May too. I just hope it's not too hot. We're supposed to have 3 days coming up in like a day or two that are going to be 80 every day. So, I mean, I would like to enjoy spring before the ticks, before the ticks. But I've already seen my first tick this year. That was like 3 weeks ago. And it was a Texas Lone Star. It was a monster as ticks go, with a big, it was so visible. I don't know what happened to it. I wanted to try to take a picture of it for my channel. And he's trying to kill it. I'm going, wait a second. I'm trying to take a picture of like 4 pictures completely out of focus. And then it jumped off the chair into the grass. Oh, it's crazy. See what I do for you guys? I wanted to be able to say, let's see. Non-plug-in hybrid. Oh, I know. I get about 50 miles to the gallon with that Prius. So every time I think about trading it in, so I have a bigger, cargo in the back, I think, with gas shortages or gas prices. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get shortages, but hey, you know, we're sending our reserves out of the country. And I'm going, wait, those are our reserves. Why are we sending those out of the country? Okay. You couldn't write this stuff. You couldn't make this stuff up. Corrugated metal beds. Yeah, a lot of people have the corrugated metal raised beds. Yes, Linda Ranja is talking about hugel culture. Hugelkulture. We did the same thing in the raised beds over here. Got rotten logs from the forest, lined the whole, about that much of the bottom of the raised bed with the logs, then put soil and compost and leaves on top of that. Actually, I put leaves first, crushed leaves, and okay. What is getting cheaper, Ranja? Yes, Tracy, cats. I had a cat once that brought in a baby bunny one time. That was very upsetting. Oh, I see. The birdies beds are, yeah, I was just watching his channel the other day and he was talking about ginger, and I'm going to be planting ginger. So I want to make sure I'm doing it right. What is Azure Standard, Haffy? Yes, Verge. I mean, yeah, 6 indoor cats plus strays. Yeah, that's you know, for sure in Virginia they're going to find mice. The stray cats will. Yeah, I haven't done the chewy, and I might want to look at that. I don't know what the brands are. Oh, I just got a message from the plumber. He said he forgot to tell me don't use the water in the cistern. And I thought, well, why? But whenever I turn the water on, these spigots, it makes the bladder, well, it makes the cistern pump, you know, sends the water to the bladder, and then the bladder distributes the water down the lines. You know, Linda, I was just thinking yesterday, I wish I could just do that whole big 5,000 square feet down there in raised beds. It would be so nice. Put weed cloth underneath and just, but that would cost me a fortune. I couldn't do that. Let's see. Susie only uses Chewy. I'm going to have to check that out. Oh my gosh, it burned? Gina is talking about Azure Standard is a bulk food online store that a lot of homesteaders use. Oh, I missed some stuff. Let's see. Oh gosh, how did I miss all these people? It just jumped. Okay. Joey is here. Fantastic. Picking asparagus in Kansas. That's a good size, Linda. Daryl, save me some bamboo shoots, please. Welcome, everybody. Please welcome Tiffany Denton, the farmhouse lady. She is new to our channel. If you're talking to me, Linda, I was talking to Zach. He was here the other day. He says, don't grow grapes. It's so hard to grow grapes here. There's so many diseases. Which reminded me, you know, when I was in Lubbock, they were saying the reason that Lubbock is such a great place to grow grapes for wine, because they're in the high desert and they don't have the disease pressure that, you know, we have in the South. So I don't know how they'll do. I haven't really worked on them since Linda was here because there's been too many other things to work on. Yeah, that's when is Mother's Day? I don't even know. Grace is here from North Carolina. She's late, but you're here. Fantastic. Okay. L. Brooks, let's see, is here from Kentucky. Daryl, have you seen any morels? Somebody else said I should be seeing morels by now. But, you know, one day it's 70 something and the next day it's 30 something or in the nighttime. So I don't know. I didn't find any when we looked last year. And now there's so much growth in there. I'm just going, I'm sort of like, I've seen the cats have brought in so many snakes, like one a day, that I'm just little snakes. And I'm just thinking, oh my God, if there's that many little snakes, there's got to be all kinds of big snakes out there. So I just got some, I think they're UGG boots. They're on sale from shoes.com. And they're not snake boots, but they come up, you know, higher. They're rain boots. So yeah, if it was a big snake with a big sharp teeth, it could go through that material. But I also have guards that they can't bite through, so I could go for a walk. I just haven't done it. I need to. I mean, I would love to go and find some morels, but there was nothing last year. So what I want to do is get some spores or spawn, you know, and like have an area and just grow them. Linda is so true. All those ships will eventually pile up again on our Pacific, Gulf, and Atlantic shores. Supply chain difficulties won't be solved soon at all. You know, you're right. So that's why we have to stock up our pantry and grow veggies. Joey's chickens are getting broody, and that means that they want to have babies, right? I have so much to learn about chickens. No morels. Well, I don't have any tomatoes outside. My tomatoes are this big. Jack, I guess he couldn't make it. In Maryland has beautiful, I don't know how he did it, but they're like beautiful, thick, lush plants, and they're like that tall, and they're only 4 weeks old. I just couldn't believe it. Tracy, are you just getting here? How you doing with your hip? Snowed yesterday. Daisy Joe is here from, oh gosh, we have 98 people. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kaye. I'm trying to build a sustainable homestead here in Tennessee after 8.5 years in the big city of Los Angeles in a very tiny yard. And so I've gone through a huge transition, and fortunately, a lot of my audience has come along for the ride, and I'm very grateful. So I hope you will subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, scroll down and click all so you won't miss uploads here on the homestead. My 10th anniversary on YouTube is coming up in Count them, 3 days. The 22nd, Earth Day. I don't have anything special planned. I know I should have some big thing planned, but I don't. And I'll maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't even suggest anything because I don't know what I would do. Let's see. Ticks have been out since January. Well, you would know, Patricia. You have farm animals, so you're out. And Daisy is in Michigan, I believe. Union Pacific Railroad stopped shipping fertilizer. That's not good. I mean, did they stop because they can't get it? It's not just a political statement, surely. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I don't think ordering a car now is the way to go. I mean, with all of the shortages and stuff. I mean, it could just be one little microchip or something in it that they can't get from Taiwan, and you're not going to get your vehicle. So it's much better to just get something that's sitting there. 106 of you have joined our live stream. Thank you so much. I'm Kaye in Tennessee, building a sustainable homestead. Today we're talking about, are you stocked up? We've got food shortages. We've got container ships, hundreds, maybe thousands. I saw so many little red dots stacked up over in Shanghai. Things in Shanghai are out of control. Things are in Eastern Europe are out of control. I mean, things here are out of control. So we're trying to bring a little control. Everybody, I've never done this before, but I just thought of it. Everybody just let's take a collective deep breath and just go, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We're going to do what we can. And it's going to be enough. So we're not going to panic. We're just going to do it. Let's see. Claudia is building a new 500 square foot garden. That's fantastic. That would be, what is that, 10 by 50? Right? And all metal beds. And what metal beds did you buy? Or have you already covered that? Because there was a company, when I was up at the Homesteaders Life Conference, the one in Hannibal that Doug and STACY do. I met the guy he had started a metal raised bed company, and they were so impressive. They were so well made. And he was going to be selling those through the Baker Creek catalog and online. And I haven't been in touch with him because when I got here, I'm just going, oh my God, it would cost me a fortune to do all those raised beds. So I haven't done that. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the raised beds are made out of aluminum, are they? I wouldn't think aluminum would get too hot, but I don't know. Tennessee Bushcrafter is here. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? We have 111 people. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Kaye. I'm coming to you from Tennessee, my homestead. I'm trying to build a sustainable homestead here. And there are so many issues that I've had to deal with here. If you're new to my channel, the very first thing that happened when I got here in December of 20 was my main water line went out. And I got 3 estimates, 2,700, 4,400, and 7,000. So I went with the 2,700. and hit the gas line and the septic. So that was interesting. I've covered all of the complexities and all of the challenges and all of the improvements I've covered on my channel. And I hope you'll check it out. And one playlist is called Follow My Journey. There are a lot of those videos on there. And I put almost everything I upload, I put into Kaye's vlog because just because of the way YouTube works, you know, you have to have a playlist at the top. And you on mobile anyway, you want when you get to my channel, you want that top newest video to show up first. So you have to put everything in at least one playlist, so that, and put that playlist on top so it always reflects the latest video on top. Let's see. Okay, it jumped. I do want to catch up. All right, I'm going to stop talking and try to catch up here. Fantastic. Tracy's doing great. She had hip replacement, and she's just doing swimmingly, and we're so glad. And I know it has everything to do with the fact that you grow your own food, from meat to vegetables to dairy, your goat milk and all of that. I mean, that's why you're doing so well. Oh my gosh, Susan is eating asparagus for breakfast and dinner. I am jealous. I had to buy asparagus. It's not going to be. I can't eat any of the, the crowns that I bought last year. It's too soon. Brenda Sullivan is here. First time to catch me live. Love your post. Thank you so much, Brenda. I really appreciate it. Where do you live? Ooh, Susie's eating sweet potato biscuits with honey butter. Drool. That sounds fantastic. Maybe you should sweet potato biscuits. How much sweet potato do you put into the biscuit dough? Just curious, because I mean, you could put too much. Because you need a certain amount of flour just for the gluten to hold it together. Oh my gosh! And Tracy's making me hungry too. Made Italian sausage spinach Alfredo. Thank you, Tracy. I really appreciate it. Have you been with me the whole time, Tracy? Okay, Brenda is in Southeast Texas. Edwin is here. Oh, thank you so much, Edwin. I appreciate that. Are you still in the UK? So it's the railroad's decision, but I mean, is it because they can't get it, or they're just doing it? It's just arbitrary, or they can't get it? That's what I don't get. Sue D says CF Industries. CF Industries, is that the fertilizer? Yes, Gina is saying support your local farmers. Definitely want to do that. Jennifer caught her first honeybee swarm. That's fantastic. Oh, Don, you would think that brassicas could handle a late frost. Darn. I'm going to plant some tomorrow. I've got one more tray out there that's just about 10 things, 15 things, and hoping for the best. Yes, Linda G is saying support your local farmers. Um, CSAs, if you don't know, stands for Community Supported Agriculture. And many local farms, that's the way they are able to function, because of a CSA, you buy a share, and so they know how, it's just sort of like if you wanted to donate to my Patreon or any channel's Patreon, you give $5 a month, okay, well, I've got X number of dollars per month to spend on expenses. And so that's the way it is for a CSA. So they know how much they can grow and what the demand is and all of that. I haven't bought local meats. I want to, but I haven't found anybody locally that sells a cow that's beef that's grass fed and finished. The thinking around here is that they like they don't think that grass finished beef is as tasty as grain finished, but grain is not a natural food for a ruminant, so there's that. Thank you, Paula. Paula's giving me is cheerleading for me too. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't have a P either. Let's see. Oh dear. Okay, so Gina is referring to this. Well, they sell it I actually have a bag of it because someone recommended it as a deer deterrent. So I wasn't going to put it on my garden. I was just going to spread it around. But it's called Milorganite, Milorganite. So, they got to get that kind of organic sounding word in there, Milorganite, but it's from human waste solids. So, oh, that's good, Krista. You're going to need it. We all are. We all are. Free roofing material. Wow. Well, you got to really use, because metal roofing material, you really got to support that. That's really the problem with a lot of those metal raised beds, is the supports. This is my experience. I haven't actually used them, but I've looked at them many times. And I was helping a school garden. Some parents put in a school garden. They put in raised beds and they filled them and everything in California. And I'm going, those sharp edges, I mean, the kids could, hurt themselves on those sharp edges, because you got to have that support beam going. And then you got that top edge is kind of like a sharp edge. And I'm just going, I don't know. D is here, just D, lowercase d. Where do you live? No one in Australia really cares. Wow. Isn't that something? Okay. Carl is here from Ireland. Fantastic. Carl, I was just organizing my papers when I was trying to do my taxes, and everything was all piled up. And I saw those sheets that you sent me with that beautiful cross that you weave with reeds, or I forget what the material is. And I just thought, wish I had some of that stuff. John Jude is here from Chile, Ohio. Oh, Daryl's calling it bio sludge. Okay. What is PFOA? Remind me, Linda. I mean, obviously it's carcinogenic, but what is PFOA stand for? Dolores is here. So was there just one building that burned? Is that for Azure Standard? Is that what happened? Don K, it's interesting. Don K is just saying that you can eat hostas and they taste like asparagus. And I do have hostas coming up, but I mean, I don't really want to use them and eat them because then I won't have them to look at. I won't get to look at the flowers. But it's good to know in case I get really hungry. Debbie, first time to catch me live, watching in Tennessee. Fantastic. Are you in Middle Tennessee? Debbie Casalina, are you in Middle Tennessee? And Krista says, and cheers. Yeah. I missed something on the conversation there. Oh, that's great. Yes, I love einkorn. What brand did you buy, Happy? Thank you, Tracy. I wish you could come down and we could go to the homesteaders weekend at Rory Feek's farm. It's expensive though. I was surprised. You know, I looked back and it was $55 to get into the Homesteaders of America conference in well, it was up there in Northern Virginia. We stayed in Winchester, but I'm not exactly sure. Front Royal. I forget exactly where the stadium was there, but and I understand this is different. They've got bands, you know, coming and all of that. And I guess people are getting paid to do workshops. I don't know. But anyway, it's almost $300 to get in. And I feel like I need to go just to network, you know, since I'm in Tennessee. Yeah, I was just going to say, I just saw a video I didn't watch it, but I noted it because I have hostas coming up and they were saying that hostas, I should put I actually have a fire going. See, you probably didn't see that. It's getting chilly in here. God. We make a little progress. We a little bit forward and then we go 10 steps back. There was a fire, Dawn. Clear amber goo on the dwarf apricot tree. I have seen that stuff before. Did anybody answer you about that? Because I saw something like that in one of the one of the urban gardens I visited in Phoenix had that amber goo. And I think it was an apricot tree. But it's bad. I know that. Yes, Dawn, it does make you wonder, you know, when fertilizer companies are suddenly burning down. Okay. Wow. Grace is here. Grace, have you already told me where you are? Trains use diesel for fuel. Is getting to be short supply for transporting. Well, yes, Sue, of course. Got it. Dee, you wanted to move back to Middle Tennessee, but it's too late now. Is that what you're saying? It's not too late. It depends on your situation, obviously. I have a friend. You remember Vanita You met her briefly on a live stream. She came and stayed with me when she was looking for a house. Well, I think she'd already found it by the time she got here. She was coming to see it. Anyway, bought the house, and she is in transit from San Diego to here. And she just checked in from Oklahoma City. So she'll be here day after tomorrow. So we all want to give, her safe travel prayers. Yeah, I think it's some kind of borer goo. I think it is Arm McGrath stopped in. Thank you. It's gummosis. Fantastic. Was it a good or bad snake? Catherine is saying that her German short hair pointer, I don't actually know what kind of a dog that is, pointed out a snake in their yard. She's trained to not attack, but to sit back and alert us. I know, Dee. It's funny. And now it's 120 all of a sudden. Thank you so much for people tuning in to my live stream here in Tennessee. I'm trying to build a sustainable homestead. I've had a lot of challenges. I'm in my 15th month. Before that, I was 8.5 years in a very small garden in Los Angeles. And I'm coming up on my 10th anniversary on YouTube in 3 days, Earth Day. So be thinking of me on Earth Day. I don't have anything special planned. I kept trying to think of something special, and I haven't come up with anything. It would be great if I had like a bunch of my fans come and visit or something like that, but nothing like that has gotten planned. But please hit the like button so we can get that 98 up to 120. Because if you notice, the last time we had a push for the thumbs up, YouTube shared that, and a lot more people got a notification, and a lot more people joined. It actually does work. Ooh, perfluoro. Okay, I can't even pronounce that. PFOA stands for perfluorooctanoic. Octanoic. Perfluorooctanoic acid used in manufacture of fluoropolymer coatings, waterproofing, and heat and stain-resistant materials. Oh, golly. And many of those materials we feel we need for building materials, various things we need, and then all that stuff winds up in our water and in our soil. Oh my gosh. Yes, Regina McGrath. News is very depressing. That's why I make videos like, I don't make all, if you're new to my channel, I don't make all videos like my last one, which was the epic bloom, the spring garden complete tour of all my wildflowers and everything. But sometimes we just need beauty, nature, good music, and just visuals and music, and to help us elevate our spirit, because we have to stay in a high vibration. We cannot sink our vibration. I mean, and I say this, I know this personally because I struggle with that. We cannot let our vibrations sink to this low level, because it's so easy to get depressed. It's so easy to think I can't do it. It's so easy to think, oh, how can we fight all of this? But if we keep our vibration high, that's catching. Like, when I was growing up, they would say, my parents would say, smile and this world smiles with you. That's what everybody said. Nobody thinks of that today. And just imagine 2 years walking around, especially in big cities, walking around not seeing smiles. Can you imagine how damaging that's been to children, not seeing smiles? I mean, just think about the low vibration of that. I mean, when you think about it, It's just, I feel so bad for the children, because the children are our future. We need to inspire them. We need to make them believe that there's a great life ahead of them, and it's hard. It's all very hard right now, but we have to do it. So that's why I make videos with I try to find beautiful music that fits the visuals, and then I balance that with other educational videos and just what's going on here. That's what I'm trying to do. Oh wow, Jeremy at Son of a Gun 1814 used a power washer to get the goo off. That seems so like such a simple solution. Did you put any soap in it or anything? Because goo is sticky and water doesn't always wash off sticky. Yeah, it dawned on, it depends on how many hours. It's not necessarily, I mean, it could, if temperatures dip down to 18, but they were only there for like half an hour. But, if it's sitting at 26 degrees for 4 or 5 hours, then yeah, that's going to kill. I think you said D. I think you said you're really set up there, and I'm glad to hear that. Tiffany says, is anyone raising mealworms for their chickens? Aha. It's interesting. I'm following a group, Tiffany, on Telegram, a gardeners group, and I'm trying to think, is it mealworm? Because he raises chickens and quail, and I'm trying to think if it's mealworms that he's raising or something. But I would have to investigate that. Does anybody else have an answer for Tiffany on that? And don't forget, Tiffany, to come back and look later at the comments below the live stream. Someone may leave a comment that might answer your question. Yeah. That's right. Gina, you've told me that before. So you have to filter all of your water, right? Regina says it looks like a bird dog. Was that back I forgot now. The German pointer looks like a bird dog. True for stocking up on honey. Susie Heron. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that, Susie. That was where I was considering. I told Doug, I said, if there's a piece of property close to you, I'm going to come there. But after I bought this place, then this perfectly new Amish house, it's an off-grid house, so there's no plumbing. It could be put in, obviously, but it doesn't have, and reasonable price, and it was for sale on 5 acres, but I had already staked myself here, and I'm just going, I can't do it. But if I ever get back out there, I sure want to meet up. Are you going to go to the Susie, are you going to go to the Homesteaders Life Conference? Am I saying that right? Homesteaders Life Conference. Yeah, in Hannibal. Because I missed last year. I really should go. Yes, Dee, I sure did. I left on October the 31st. I left my apartment on the 30th. I was only in the apartment from March through October. And I was hoping to kind of keep an apartment in LA, keep the doors open for acting and all of that. And I just go, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. So I'm here. Wendy French is here. Oh, wow. Oh, so this Azure Standard is in Oregon? Oh gosh. Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Linda is complimenting my musical videos with beautiful images. And you're right. Linda G says the garden is our sanctuary, and it's true. It's just been a real adjustment for me to, because I had this year-round garden, so I could always go out and be inspired and inspire. I mean, no, I didn't have quite as much growing in the winter, but I had stuff growing all the time. And I could always find something beautiful. Like in January and February. Oh my God, I had those camellias. Remember the camellias? Oh, there's a wall of camellias. It was fuchsia camellias, red camellias, and pale pink camellias. Oh, I don't have any camellias here. I thought about getting some, and I thought, where am I going to put all this stuff? There's only so much stuff you can put right by the house because there's no sun here. Once all these maple trees leaf out, there's no sun around here. So I didn't even have any luck with the rhododendrons. They died. So I just said, okay, I'm just doing azaleas because I know they'll live. So. Susan is saying it's a struggle to be sane and informed. Exactly. I could spend all day on Telegram, but I tell you, my vibration would get so low because, there are channels on there that are just pumping out the information. And it's too much to take in. It's just too much. Let's see. It really is, Linda. It really is. She said it's sad to see what big companies have done to our air, water, and land. And it's not just the big companies. It's, who. Big Brother. Need more thumbs. Produce Box was started by North Carolina State University, I guess. Produce Box coordinates with farmers for an in-season. So if anybody is in North Carolina, check out Produce Box. You might be able to get a produce box delivered to you. Well, Joey, you probably know this, but actually getting your hands in dirt actually produces a chemical reaction in your body which elevates your mood. And I forget which hormone or whatever that is, but I don't think it's melatonin, but it does work. Every time I go out and I just do a little bit of gardening, even if I'm not actually sinking in very often. Even in the last video, you saw me with dirty fingernails. I apologize about that, but I let them get too long, and then I was digging in dirt, and then I was holding that. Anyway, I hope that was a ladybug. I don't know if it was a ladybug or not, but JJS just joined the chat. Do you have a garden, JJS, and where are you writing from? We need to stock up because there are food shortages, and there are container ships piled up in the oceans around, and there's no fertilizer coming from Europe, and they're killing all the chickens because of avian flu. So yes, we need to stock up. There's 100 things going on that maybe not 100, but there are a lot of things contributing to why we need to stock up. Yeah, I'm trying to. Linda is talking about the West is less friendly for people meeting on the street and saying hello. And I'm trying, because I was out there for 32 years, and I'm trying to make up for that now. So whenever I go to the to the post office or to a store, and I see an older person, particularly I always reach out to older people and say, and like, the people that sit at the transfer station to the dump. I mean, it can't be a pleasant job. I'm grateful somebody's willing to sit there and pull the lever and make the trash squish so that the thing gets full, so that we have uh, so I am always friendly, and I always, I usually say, howdy partner is what I usually say, to an older man. And they always respond, so I think we have to reach out and be kind to each other, because we have had 2 years of just being shut down, locked up, and we have to fight against that. Exactly, Linda. I was just, I didn't see you say that, but she's saying, smile, be one of the nice people. Thank you, Sue D. She says she's in the garden when not watching my videos. You'll see I don't have a television. I sold the television on the wall of my house when I sold the house, and that television was already 11 years old, so I didn't want it, and I hadn't watched it in a year anyway. So I stopped watching TV. I think I stopped watching TV in 2017, I think, which is crazy because I'm an actor, and and for years I was always very, very, I've got to know what these shows, they would always say, the casting people would say, oh, you've got to know what the show's like before you audition, so you'd have to watch all these various shows to get the flavor of the show. So you'd kind of fit in. And so you did all this research for shows you never wound up auditioning for. But we were always working, trying to prepare ourselves for the audition to come. And this is off topic for prepping and stocking up, but today I saw a post. I'm still on a Facebook group, commercials, because I did a lot of commercials back in the day, and somebody was posting about how it is now, and it was it almost made my skin crawl, what she went through to try to audition for a commercial. And when commercials are nothing like they used to be anyway. We used to actually could make a living doing that. If you get a good national commercial. I mean, that's how I started my channel. I had 2 years. I had 2 years in a row. I had a national commercial, and I was able to start my channel with help, an editor, sound editor, motion graphics, and it was awesome. And I loved collaborating. But YouTube changed all the algorithms, and everything changed, and they wanted a lot more videos, and they wanted longer videos, and I couldn't afford it anymore. So I had to start doing it all myself. Bummer. But she was just talking about how it is now, how that you have to have your whole, your own play, instead of putting your makeup on and your clothes on and driving to a casting facility and walking in a room and being put on tape, which I've done probably 50,000 times over the course of 40 years. But anyway, she was saying that you have to have a green screen in your somewhere in your house, and you have to have all the equipment to film it, and you have to have lights, and you have to have a good microphone, and you walk in and you join a Zoom session. And she had done all of this. She was taking care of her mother-in-law and bathing her, and my mother's in a facility, so I know what she had to do all of this, and then drive an hour to get back to her house because this thing came in at the last minute. She had to learn a script, get herself together, and go in, and then she's sitting there watching the Zoom session, and they never clicked her on. She never got to do it, and she was just like in tears because she had put so much effort into it. And I'm thinking to myself, I am so glad. I am so glad I'm not doing that anymore. I can't even tell you. It's one thing to get rejected from what we used to do, and it's another for that. So, sorry, I digress. Let's see if there's, let's see. Oh, that would be great. Verge, where are you? And does your, my stepdaughter and husband, does your stepdaughter and husband a garden? Do they have an urban garden near Nashville? Are they growing their own food? Are they stocking up? I hope. Debbie just became a chicken mama. I want chickens so bad, but I haven't figured out how to keep them from being slaughtered by predators. I can't either, JJS. Let's see. Oh gosh. Gosh, we've gone over everybody, but we've got 124 people on, and a lot of people are contributing. If you haven't identified yourself and said hello, please do so and say, hi, I'm Debbie from Georgia. And I'm new to your channel, or I've been watching for a long time. It'd be awesome if you could leave that comment so we know you're there. Let's see. Susie, are you talking about to the Rory Feeks thing? Is that what, because I'm behind, so I don't know what you're hoping to go to. Oh no. I'm reading one of Daryl's jokes. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it out loud. But he likes to joke around, but it's all too true, unfortunately. Dolores is saying she has heard food shortages will be dire by August. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see. All right. Right, Daryl, this is all going to be stuck in our heads now. Linda has to go. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were here to contribute. Krista, are you talking to me about the dripper hose? Maybe that's somebody else. Gina, thank you. She's answering what I was saying about the hormone, or I guess that's a hormone, right? Dopamine and serotonin that you get from actually putting your hands in the soil. It actually it elevates your mood. And so even if you have a small, even if you have an apartment, you can have potted plants, you can have grow lights, you can grow your own stuff. But please, if you decide to jump in and do that, make sure that you treat the potting soil with boiling water, or I think other people have recommended a watering with a small bit of hydrogen peroxide in the water, because the gnats will drive you mad. The very last time I finally used boiling water, when I tried to start some seeds. They're not sprouting. The seeds are old, but it's Sweet Annie. I have to have Sweet Annie growing. I have to. It's such a beautiful medicinal plant, and I put it in my balm. And once you have it, it will. The seeds are tiny, and they'll blow in the wind, and you'll have it coming up. But I've got to get it started, and I've got old seeds now, so. Cross your fingers. Let's see. Farmer Frank, are you new here? Let's see. Garden markers litter my garden every year. Garden markers. Are you talking about just the things for the plants? Let's see. Oh, that is so true. Regina's talking, R. McGrath is talking about walking around barefooted. I mean, Doug and Stacy do that for real. They were, I don't know if she was this time, but he was barefoot last October. And it was chilly, but he was barefoot at the homesteaders conference, just walking all around. But it keeps you grounded. It connects you. I know, Susan. Oh, let's see. R. McGrath said, Sissy, talking about putting her buggy back to the store, man was laughing at you and said, where are you from? Said Tennessee. I did mostly commercials. I did about 100 commercials. I have had some small parts on a number of shows, which I still get a residual of a couple bucks for here and there. But like Gilmore Girls and Alias and Cheers and Wings and I don't know, a bunch of them. Let's see. Saturday Night Live. Yeah, Dee, check out my website. Just go to myname.com and you can see some pictures and stuff. Yeah, probably. Well, the internet ruined commercials. I mean, you can't make money doing it anymore. They don't care anything about talent or experience. They just care about not paying much money. So Susan says, Daryl, an emoji isn't real. Breathe. That reminds me, Verge is saying to stock up. She stocked up on brandy. I want to stock up on vodka. Isn't it vodka that you make tincture out of? Because I have so many. I put this here to talk about it. We've been on an hour and a half, and I haven't even brought it up. I have this book. If you're on YouTube, you've seen that she has more ads than anybody. Well, there's that one guy that thinks tomatoes are terrible for you. You know, that doctor in the lab coat. I get so tired of his commercial. But anyway, her commercials are good, and you do learn something. And so I finally said, okay, I have to buy the book, but I'm still getting the commercials, even though I bought the book. But, after I did my last video, a lot of people were saying this is, because I showed a lot of wild stuff, wild plants and stuff. And so I want to take this book, The Forager's Guide to Wild Foods, and I want to go out and before my mower comes and identify some things and do a video on that. And I also want to make some tinctures, and I want to dry some leaves and do the various things that I need to do, in order to be able to make medicinal medicine, plant medicine. Let's see. But you were saying, wait, I missed something. I normally only drink beer with you. Yeah. When Linda was here, she brought me a bottle of Kentucky bourbon, and it hasn't been opened. It's up there. Oh, you called a grocery cart a buggy. That man had never heard that term. He knew I wasn't from California. Okay. Oh, Debbles is so right. is so right. Yeah, sad. Well, a mobile chicken coop can be protected around by wire, but the wire's got to go in the ground, or they can just dig it up, dig under, right? Yes, Daryl. It's called, what is it called? It's been 31 years since I had a child. We did the breathing exercises for labor. I forget what they call that. Just like the pain, you forget all about childbirth. TK Art is here. Amy from Georgia. Yes, we've messaged about a bunch of stuff. What were we saying about potatoes this last time? I'm trying to think. I get so many comments. What did you say about the potatoes? Oh, Dawn, can't you get out? Oh, we have a new guest, Martine Lemieux. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. Her name is Martine from British Columbia. Small garden in the backyard. Fantastic. Is it still really cold up there? Thank you for joining. I hope you'll subscribe. That is from the movie called Dirt. What is from the movie called Dirt? I read a book called Dirt, but I don't know if I saw a movie called Dirt. Felina the Wicked Gardener. New Hampshire Zone 5B, getting snow tonight. Thank you so much for joining. Are you new to the channel? I hope you subscribe. We have a great group here. Verge is in Iowa, 6 acres in. Oh, you're in Iowa. They have 6 acres in Ashland City. I considered Ashland City. Okay. She is a doctor in Nashville. I need a doctor. I mean, I need a GP. Just, I haven't found one yet. Maybe leave me her name in a comment underneath, or you can always send an email to at my website through the contact page, or if you go to my about page on my YouTube channel, my homepage, go to about. There's an email address down there, or I have an email address on Facebook or any of those. But if she's a GP or a GYN or something like that, I'd love to find out about it. Let's see. I need a maid too, believe me. Let's see. I know. Sometimes I just don't use gloves, because of that. Exactly. Gina is saying, go to the HOA and say, what? Wake up. If the dollar crashes and we have no food, it's not going to matter whether we have a little raised bed in the front yard or not in an HOA. Come on. Yeah, you guys, Felina and Linda, you guys connect. New Hampshire's a small state. Patty is here from Strunk, Kentucky. I know. I can't believe we're still going. I'm usually completely exhausted by an hour and a half. I don't usually go to an hour and a half. Thank you so much. Someday we will meet our tribe. I'm hoping that's sooner rather than later. Gretchen is asking about my mother. Not good. My mother is Boy. It's just not a good situation. It's kind of a long story to go into, but I wish there was some way I could bring her here and just let her spend her last whatever amount of time she has here. But I would have to have a full-time person living here also. So, because, and I'm just not set up for that. And so it's a sad situation. She's in a place where there's just some of these people are just barely alive and just sort of sitting around, and now she's become one of them, so it's sad. But thanks for asking. And I wish there was something I could do about it. Gretchen, thank you. Let's see. This is such a great live. Hubbies are going to have to wait just a few extra minutes today. Let's see. I need to get some good vodka. You're right. Where do I get vodka? Can I get vodka? Do I have to go to the liquor store to get vodka? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to get vodka, clearly. Like, what is Gundry? What does that mean? What does Gundry mean? Vodka. Okay. Make your own vodka from potatoes? Really? That sounds cool. Is Grundy a vodka? Linda what do you call it? Signing in from Southern Mississippi. Yes, that's what they were saying. It's a great bartering item. Lamaze. God, are we that far behind? I mean, am I that far behind? Hen of the Woods. Where's the good? Ah, wow. Yes, I have a friend who made vanilla. She brought it to me. Her name's Teresa. And we were just talking this week because she was saying, there's all these things I could be making. And I said, come out here and help me. I'm going to try to catch up here, guys. I'll skip over a few things. Oh my gosh, Felina has lion's mane mushroom growing in a tote under her dining table. We really need to talk. I'm laughing at Daryl's jokes, you guys. Okay. TKA Art, which you just reminded me of your name, but let's see. Yes, since you told me about the moon, about planting the root vegetables, Zach sent me the biodynamic calendar, and it was, I missed the last cycle. And so today's the 19th, so I can plant potatoes until the 22nd. But there's so much grass grew back up down there that I've got to ask my neighbor to come back. And I hate to do that. I'd rather be self-sufficient, have my own tractor. But hey, he's very experienced, and he just slipped off his tractor and banged up his knee, his bad knee. So I'm not sure I want to learn that at this point. And then get Dirt the movie. Okay. Okay, let's see. Boston Rock 76. Yes, I don't know why I'm on so late. It just happened. Where are you writing from? And Roxana Ornella is here from Buenos Aires. Thank you to, do we still even have any Is Patricia on? Is anybody still on? Or do we have any, if we don't have any moderators on, I'm probably going to have to get off. Let's see. God bless you, Martine. Be strong. I wish you, Felina, I wish you or your sister could come here and forage. Although I have seen a few mushrooms, but I haven't seen anything like it looks like it's edible. Buy American vodka. Okay, I will. Yes, Dee. I did hug my trees when I sold my house. Yeah, that was 3 days before the lockdown. Yeah, I got into my apartment. No, 1 day before the lockdown. I got in my apartment on March 15th. Closed on March 15th, and I left the house on March 15th. And I shot that video in the morning, and I had planned something really special, a really pretty video. I imagined it would be like sunny, and I would put on some sundress and, be walking through the garden and all of that. And then it was raining, and I don't know if you watched the video yet, but I had laryngitis. I never get laryngitis. And I had laryngitis and could barely talk. Well, I couldn't really talk. So that's the video that you get. Yeah. You called me out there, Jeremy, at Son of a Gun. I did shop at Sprouts, and it was a fortune. Wait, Boston Rocks. Boston Rocks. Went and got her mother in 2018, kept her with her, and you kept her for 4 years. That's fantastic. You did a good thing, and I hope the passing was gentle. Oh, Gundry. Yeah, I know why you guys are saying Gundry. Yeah, that's that guy that I do save eggshells. I don't have any coffee, so I don't use coffee grounds, but banana peels for sure. And I am sorry for your loss, but what you did was such a great thing, and I wish that I could do it. I was even fantasizing about getting Denora. Remember Denora? Getting Denora to come out here for a few months and stay. But I don't know if she would. 10 months. That's right. Gina did the same thing. Well, I'm going to do the root stout, but since it's I just can't take a chance that just dropping them on the ground and putting hay on top is going to do the trick. I feel like I've got to kind of place them and put compost over and then put hay on top of that. Now, Zach said he could bring me hay, but it's fresh hay and it's going to sprout. So, yeah, I don't have that hay that I need to do the root stout method. Yeah, I used a lot of hay over here, but and I did sort of do that with the side of the berm. I planted the potatoes in the berm. Well, we did. John was here that day. I sort of set them up because Daryl was saying if you set it with the sprouts going up, then he had such great success. And these look so fantastic. I want to do that again. I don't want to walk around like Ruth did and just drop it on the ground. It would be fun to try it, but I'm going to do a modified root stout. Especially, I guess I got to get some more straw. But straw, The problem is I put straw on the bottom down there and I can't use it on my tiller on it because it's getting bound up in the blades. So I'm going, I wish I hadn't used straw. Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, he doesn't look that healthy, does he? He's making a lot of money though, I think. Okay, Patricia is going or gone. Carmen from Independence, Missouri. Fantastic. I don't know if that's anywhere near Hannibal, but I hope to be there in August. That's just it, Susan. Who's going to service all this stuff when it breaks down? Not me. If I get a tractor, I mean, everything needs servicing, even the thing you drag on behind, the attachments. Thank you, Gina. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Where do you buy the spores? Can I buy spores from Morel? I want to buy spores. And can you just spread it around in the forest, or do you have to clear a spot? Daryl's gone, and he said, garden like your life depends on it, and it very well may. Yeah. I go to Sprouts I feel kind of strange going to Sprouts because I go in there and all the vegetables are from California. Not all, but a lot. And I'm just going, okay, but hey, otherwise I can't get organic. Yes, if I did a CSA, I could get organic, but then you can only get certain things. You can't get everything you want. And so I can see the day when I'm not going to be able to afford Sprouts. And I only go there because it's near where my mother is. But I'm going to have to find another source here. Leanne is so enjoying this conversation. Thank you so much. We still have 94 people. If you haven't hit the like button, looks like most people have. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, you can feel free to do a super chat donation. That little $sign down there can put a little money in the till for this channel. I do work very hard, and I hope everybody appreciates that. Coffee grounds free from Starbucks, but Daryl just got off, but he's pointed out many times they're not organic. And if you're not using organic coffee grounds, then it might not be good. That's just a number. He's mentioned that a number of times. Brenda is gone, but she's leaving us with great advice. Keep stocking to the rafters and growing as much as you can. And Linda's going to make popcorn. Yay. I used to get huge bags from Coffee Bean. I would go in there and walk out with 15, 20 pounds of coffee grounds. They would just save it in a garbage bag. But I haven't used coffee grounds since I've been here. Okay. Gina said, don't use hay. Yeah, I know. Make sure if you plant, wait. Regina's saying, make sure if you plant potatoes in a plastic bucket, you make sure it's food grade plastic. I have bought food grade plastic buckets before, and they're not cheap. So, but it's important. I never plant potatoes in plastic, but I use the recycled cloth bags, which I think they're recycled with various kinds of plastic. Either rake or burn the straw off before you till. Oh, well, it's he turned it over with the with the rebreaker with the tractor. Are you saying I can rake it out now? Ah, Boston Rocks. Can you remind me of your name again? You just told me, but I'm going to write it down. Otherwise, because I might wind up seeing you there. Boston Rocks. Hannibal. I need to get my ticket. I think they're already virtually sold out. Felina is checking to see where I can get spore for morels. Of course, that means I won't get them till next year, but that's okay, right? Placed potatoes spaced, not dropped, but really close together. Half the suggested space, like 1 foot, because Zach was saying 1 foot. Wheat straw. Where did you get wheat straw? TKA Art is put wheat straw on her. Where did you get wheat straw? Because maybe I could pick some of that up. I know they have straw at Tractor Supply, but I don't know if it's sprayed. Doug and STACY have a wonderful channel called Off Grid with Doug and STACY, and they're in the country in Missouri, and very successful channel. And they have been very good to me, giving me a lot of help and advice, and recommending my channel to their people. And so I went to they have a conference in Hannibal, Missouri in August every year. And it sells out, 400 or 500 people. And it's a great conference. And I missed last year because I was so busy here, but that's okay. Tracy had to go. Let's see, who just did that? Thank you. Oh, why doesn't it say your name up there? Leanne, thank you so much. Gosh, what a pretty picture. My goodness. When it's so tiny, I've never seen it until I clicked on your picture. It's so beautiful. Let's see, Susan, Felina, North Spore is where you ordered it. So could I actually do that this year and have morels this year, or does it take a year? Oh God, Dee, that just made me laugh. I have never been so stressed out as I was trying to get out of my house. So that's probably why I lost my voice. No, not now. It has to decompose now. What does? Gina, you're saying don't rake it now? What are you saying? Or you can text me later. Carmen, I'm going to see you in Hannibal in August. I need to get my ticket. Ask them, Gina, ask the Starbucks if they have organic grounds. Okay. I use a bale to cover each underground water valve. Huh. Okay. I am down to the bottom of comments, and I see Ultimate Gardening has just said hello. I have got to get off. I've got one cat out. She's probably wondering, why am I out? Okay. Well, everybody in Phoenix loves coffee, so they know. Jeremy, I'm sure, knows what he's talking about. The Starbucks does not have organic grounds, he says. Yes, you will. Okay, I'm gonna see Carmen in Hannibal in August. This is awesome. So gotta go. I gotta go get V and the Bees. Bye. I hope you were watching all this time. I didn't see your comments, but thank you, everyone. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. Thank you, Martine, for joining us for a great first time, and I hope you'll be back. Felina as well. I'll keep doing what I do. Let's see. I actually don't know, Regina. But go to Doug and Stacy, Off Grid with Doug and Stacy have a website. Just go there and you'll find out. David Figueroa is here from the Caribbean. I was going to say Ultimate Gardening just celebrated his 3rd anniversary on YouTube. He's a teenager and he's inspiring young people and older people to grow their own food and garden. And please check out Ultimate Gardening. We want our young people sending such a positive message. So many young people are so checked out on virtual reality and video games and or just they don't want to work. You know, you can't even find anybody that wants to work. And here's Emmanuel inspiring people to grow their own food. So please check out his channel, give him a like on a video, watch one of his videos. And if you like what you see, subscribe. So, of your islands. Yes. 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 I haven't been to the Caribbean since I was in my 30s. It's just been a couple of years. Oh, I remember the bathing suit I wore when I was there. Wouldn't put my big toe in that today. But anyway, thank you. I'll leave you with that thought. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful live stream. I never expected to go 2 hours, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything right here on the channel. Hopefully I'll have a new video up tomorrow. And thank you so much for your support. You can find ways to support this channel underneath every video and live stream. So God bless you and keep your head up, your eyes forward. Never give in to evil. I'm using someone else's words, but I love that expression. Never give in to evil. Eyes up, head up, eyes forward. Never give in to evil. And I will see everyone next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. God bless you.